Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to everyone in this today's session. Today we are going to glance over the topic composition, right? So today we are going to see composition of ICSC board for ISC 2. Okay. Now, as we know, the composition is that part which you have dealing from the lower classes, mainly from class 8th or ninth. Okay, from class 9 you would be dealing this composition. Okay, before class 9 you would be having the essay, okay, essay types questions, but now we are having the composition type questions. Okay, so yeah, this is basically for class 11th. This composition part is basically for class 11th and 12th. Okay, 10th children can also visit this topic, but the slight difference would be that in 10th grade you would be dealing with the picture composition, and the word limit of the composition is minimum, is less than 11th has an advanced and enhanced way of composition, and its words limit are also enhanced. Okay, so let's discuss how to write an appropriate composition, okay, in your class 11th. Okay, so though it is a very simple topic, you might be thinking that we all know how to write a composition. Okay, but still few points you forgot while writing the composition and where you lost the marks. Okay, so it is very crucial to remember all those points, to romanticize all those points which was taught in the class by the teacher or by me today. Okay, so make sure you remember all the points. Okay, so you do not commit any mistake while writing a composition, and write a very elegant form of a composition, right? So yeah, composition writing, how to write an appropriate composition is today's topic. Okay, I hope you are well versed with the topic of today. Okay, that how to write a composition. Now this is a question, since I'm starting this topic for the very first time from class 9. For class 9 I have not taught you this topic. For class 10 I also have not taught you, but in 11th it is quite crucial to teach you this topic, because this is important, okay, in 11th class. So what is composition? First of all, tell me the definition without seeing. What can you think, what is composition? What should be composition's definition? So composition is a type of writing which you write. It is a type of script which you write on a paper to express your thoughts, to express your visualization, what you are visualizing in the particular thing. The particular topic is given to you and you have to elaborate and expand the topic. You have to open your all the thoughts and use all the five senses in those composition, right? So that is known as composition. When you open all the five senses in a composition, that is known as a composition. Okay, so composition is a composition. Let me do this definition. This is the definition for composition. Okay, a composition refers to the way a writer structures a piece of writing. Means how a writer decorate the piece of paper. Okay, see, difference between writing and composition is that composition contain a lot of vocabularies, a lot of advanced words, a lot of good words, okay, which make enhance the beauty of this composition. But a writing refers to a simple writing. You are writing something in a very simple method. Okay, that is called writing. So this is the difference, main difference between composition and what, and the simple writing. Okay, essay. What is essay? Essay is when you write in a very simple form, but when you expand this, essay do not contain any word limit, but composition has. Composition should has a very advanced vocabularies with a word limit, and it should be like it should show the seniority of you, that a senior child is writing this composition, it should be reflect from this composition. Okay, that a senior child, a seniority should be reflected from the composition. The composition should be like this. Okay, if the seniority is not means it is not like reflecting to the reader, readers get bored while reading your composition, so he will definitely cut your marks, he will definitely detect your marks. Okay, so make sure you show the seniority. To show your seniority, what you need to do: learn advanced vocabularies, do not commit any grammatically mistake. Okay, and you should be well versed with the topic given to you. Okay, if you do not know the meaning of topic, there's no use, right? It is a letter for you. And the next thing, you should need to put some quotations to enhance your marks, right? So this is something which you need to work upon to write a very advanced form of composition. Okay, because this composition is not for your 11th and 12th only. This will come in your graduation, post graduation, and further when you go for the competitive exam, except NEET and JEE, right? So yeah, without wasting no more time, let me tell you what is composition. As I told you, that it shows how to write a structure, how to make a structure of a writing, that is called composition. Okay, a composition refers to the way a writer structure a piece of writing. Means suppose a puzzle is given to you, how you will solve the puzzle and make a good picture is upon you. Same a writer do this. Means a piece of question is given to you, how you will expand that piece of question is upon you, and that's what we known as, that what we called a composition, right? So composition are of four types. If we talk about the types of composition, it is of four types. The one is description. Okay, next is narration, then exposition, then argumentations, right? Okay, so we are having four types of composition. The one is description. What is the meaning of description? Description means to describe anything. When you will use your five senses, listen carefully. When you will use your five senses to describe anything, okay, that is known as description. It needs a lot of description, and it is quite like logical. Okay, because you have to use your five senses: what you have seen, what you have heard, what you have talked, what you have smelled, okay, and what you have sensed. All the five senses you have to apply, you have to use in this description types composition, right? Next is narrative. What is narration? I hope you have understood what is description. Okay, when you use your all the senses to describe anything, to describe a topic, it is said a description. Next is narration. What is narration? Narration means when you narrate anything. Suppose you when someone narrating a story, you have to describe the story. Okay, narration refers to the story. Okay, the narration of the story of the poem. Okay, this type of composition have came, okay, in the previous year questions of 10th and 12th. Okay, that you have to narrate any story in which there are two children with their parents, and the one is physically disabled. The one child is physically disabled. What is his life? What is his like sadness, happiness? You have to show. So this is called narration. When you are narrating anything, when you are taking the narration of the poet or the author and you are putting into your work, that is known as narration. Next is exposition. Okay, exposition is also a type of composition in which you need to do the arguments, like not arguments or exploitations refers to when any writer wants to reflect his all the pictures. Okay, he wants to reflect the pictures Okay, means while reading that composition you will start pondering upon the pictures, that how this is going. Okay, suppose this happened when someone telling us some story, right, and it is interesting, right, so we start pondering that how it is going, how this is happening in your mind, in your head. It is like it is alive, right? Your granny is telling you the story and it's going on in your mind. You are pondering that it is going on, right? So that is known as the exploitations. Okay, so exploitation, while doing an essay, while doing a composition, you are start pondering that this is happening in real. Okay, that is known as exploitation. Okay, means this is a very interesting like a type of composition. You have to you have to apply a great efforts to do this. Okay, because you have to do it as it is going on alive, right? As an example, let's take an example. I have taught you Daffodils by William Wordsworth, right? Just ponder. Okay, so at the last, what was happening to William Wordsworth? He was start pondering upon the daffodils. He was start pondering on the daffodils in his mind. He was thinking that daffodils are still alive in his eyes. It is going on. They are fluttering. Okay, so what he was doing an expoisons. Okay, it is known as expoison, right? So this is what been called exploitation type of composition, right? Now, argumentation. What is argumentation? As the name suggests, argument. Okay, when you're writing a composition on argumental types of means in an argumental type, that is known as argumental type of composition. Okay, you have to do the arguments, right? You have to do arguments refers what? Okay, bahas, right? So you have to do that in the composition. Okay, so I hope you have understood all the four types of composition. Let's come to the next, that tips to write an attractive composition. What are the tips through which you can write an attractive composition? So let's see what are the tips to write an attractive composition. Okay, so what are those tips which you need to emphasize, which you need to keep in your mind to write an attractive composition? Okay, so listen very carefully, because this is important. I know you know, but you have to pay attention. Still, you need to pay attention to remember any new thing. Okay, if I tell you. So, first of all, select the topic carefully based on your interest and knowledge. Usually, your ideas on a chosen topic will come to your mind in an haphazard way when you begin to think about it. Okay, means what you need to do. First of all, you have to choose a topic. Okay, you have to glance over the five types of composition. Then what you need to do, you have to, as I said that now this time picture composition will not be there. Okay, you do not have picture composition. Okay, and instead of picture composition, you are having a one word type of composition. Means the one word will be given to you. Suppose the gift, this is a one word. Now you have to elaborate that one word into 450 words. Okay, so yeah, let's start. First of all, you have to glance over all the topics of your composition. Then you have to find in which I'm interested enough to do. Means which thing keens me, which things give me enthusiasm. Okay, you have to see. Now what you need to do, it will come to your mind in a haphazard way when you begin to think about it. Means when you begin to think about any topic, it will come very drastically, very much destructively, that everything you will write like this type of feeling you will come. Okay, it is important to jot down your ideas in a form of notes. Very important. When I used to do this composition, I used to do the same. I, I used to note down all the postulates, all the points, not postulates, all the points, all the short points. In short, we used to say the bullet points, right? We need to write all the bullet points first to put that point into your essay. Okay, now what you need to do, uh, once all your ideas are written down, you need to assemble them in a logical order. Okay, then when you write your all the ideas what are coming in your mind, then you have to assemble them in a sequence. Okay, then this will provide you with material for a number of separate paragraphs. Remember that a good composition has points organized in three broad categories, namely introduction, body, conclusion. Now let me tell you what is this. Okay, first of all, you have to think. What do you need to think? That in which topic you are interested enough to write. Okay. Next, suppose there is a topic called COVID-19. Let's suppose let's take this topic, this pandemic again. Okay, though it is not now, it is not there. Thank God. Okay, now about pandemic, what you can write the bullet points first, that it is very factual for us, what are its symptoms, okay, what are its precautions, how it is spreading, okay, what things spread it most, okay, what through which things we can cure, we can try to cure this disease. Like this you can write the short bullet points so that you get the material to write in your composition. Okay, if you have the short bullet points, you can expand those bullet points in the in the 2-3 lines, and hence you like through this you are able to write whole 450 words. Okay, you are able to write 450 words if you write the bullet points. So if there is any composition, first try to write the bullet points of it. Try to understand the topic first. Okay, if the topic is little puzzled, you need to unpuzzle it, you need to solve it, and you need to expand it. Okay, in a bullet points I'm saying. Then you have to expand each and every bullet points into three lines, into 3-4 lines, and then through this point, through this idea, your whole composition will come in front of you. Right? You are an ICSC board student. I hope you are good enough to write a composition, and you are good enough to write English. Right? If you are not, please do visit my tense video. In 2 hours, I explain all the 12 tenses. Okay, do visit that first. Now, once you assemble them in a logical way, all the bullet points, then it would be easy to create a story, to create a thinking what is going in your mind and write on a paper. Okay, every composition contains 3 parts, as I told you: introduction, body, and conclusion. Okay, what is introduction? The first paragraph is of introduction, which should be of 5 lines, 6 lines. Okay, not 5, but 5 lines. At least 5 lines you have to write. Body should contain 7 lines, 7 to 8 lines, and conclusion should contain again 4 to 5 lines. Okay, so through this point you are able to write the 2 pages of your composition. Okay, this time in 10th grade you have written the 1.5 page, right? But in 11th and 12th you have to write 2.5 page. 2.5 page refers to the one both side page, and the next page half. Understand? Yeah. So you have to think a lot this time, and you have to write a very attractive composition. So this was a short tip for you. Short tip for you. Okay. Next, here are 10 points to score full marks in an essay. Right. So here I have told you all the 10 points. Okay, I am going to tell you all the 10 points in an expanded way. Okay, that how you can write a logical like a senior composition. Okay, so here we go with the first point. The first point says check the instructions. What it is saying, check the instructions carefully. As I told you, first read the paragraph, what is the question given to you, okay, and what are the instructions given to you, that how much like words you have to write into how much things, and what mistake you should not commit during your writing. Okay, so first of all, check the instructions given ahead of the composition. This is extremely important, and extremely important. Okay, you have to remember this thing. Okay, so first of all, please pay attention to the instructions given. The guidelines will help you determine the tone of the write-up and the primary purpose of the essay. Okay, first you glance over the whole 4 or 5 essays. Now select one essay and try to explain, try to like understand the meaning of that statement, what is given to you. Okay, this is it. One can find out if the article needs to inform or pursued readers. You can always plan while keeping the word limit in mind. Okay, as I told you, always plan the composition while keeping the word limit. The word limit is of 450 words, right? It would be of 450 words now. So you have to keep that word limit in your mind and try to finish your first question of composition during till 45 minutes. Okay, do not give more than 45 minutes to your composition. Okay, so you have to write in 400 to 450 words. So try to first of all understand the meaning of the statement, what is given in your question, and try to create a lot of ideas and bullet points to write a good essay. Okay, so this is the first point. Check the instructions, what is given to you. Okay, always see behind your paper too whether it is written something or not. Okay, because some teachers used to give instructions or something, some formulas, some numeric some hint behind the paper too. So you have to check paper thoroughly and wholly as well. Okay, next is, this was our first point. Okay, if you have to write a good essay, you have to pay attention on your time, and you have to pay attention on the word limit. These are the points given in this first point. Okay, these were the 2 sub points. Check the word limit and check the instructions given in your composition. Next point says start early. What does it mean? Start early, what does it mean? We all know that haste makes waste. Okay, here the quote is given to you that haste refers to jaldbazi. Okay, so hastiness always makes waste, always ruin your purpose. Okay, the same applies to essay writing too. The earlier you start, the more time you will have for research and review. Very nice postulate, very nice point is given to you. Okay, you have to start earlier. Okay, and before that you have to create an ideas. Okay, you should have a lot of ideas in your mind before starting this composition. Okay, so always used to start from the time and before the time. Okay, so you can so you will be able to complete your composition within time. Okay, I'm not talking about composition only but essay too. Okay, so start early, this was your second point. Okay, haste makes waste. This you have to remember, you have to keep in your mind. Okay, that जल्दबाजी का काम किसका होता है? शैतान का होता है, right? So next point, familiarize with the topic given. As I told you, you should be aware, you should be totally aware to the topic what is given to you. Suppose there is a topic like gift, so you should be aware what is gift, which type of gift should be there, and all the things you should be aware. Okay, so you should be familiar with the topic in composition. If the topic you cannot understand, please try to learn vocabularies. I'm saying again, it is important. Okay, or else you can like flip your composition, means you can switch to the next composition if you are understanding the next one. Okay, so you're not always giving an essay as well as known topic, so it is better to get comfortable with the subject so that you could brainstorm ideas and find reliable sources. You can also form your opinions and evaluate them when referring that related topic. Okay, or it is not possible, it means it is not like show that you will get the very easy topic always. Okay, so for that you have to be comfortable with the vocabularies, with the new words, so you do not commit any mistake, you do not face any problem while writing. Okay, you have to be well versed with all the topics given to us. This was our third point, right? Next, prepare an outline. Okay, prepare an prepare a like outline of the of your composition. Okay, decide on the essential items that you intend to cover in the essay. Okay, first write, as I told you, write the bullet words. Okay, once it is ready, you can research and write the topic individually. As I told you, this has been like discussed in the first point. This will help you frame the body paragraphs. You will not go blank until the end of the process. This is a must, especially if you are writing in a time bound situation like giving an exam. Okay, first you need to write points, sub points of the topic, then you have to elaborate them, those points, so you do not commit any mistake and you do not got blank during the end of your composition. Like sometimes it happens now that we have written the half composition very nicely, now we are not understanding what we have to write further. The things are not coming in our mind. Okay, what we need to write further. Okay, the composition is very long and lengthy process and you have to write a lot, but the topic which you have chosen is quite small. You have to expand it more and more and more. So for that it's very important to create a bullet note, a bullet point you have to write down in a separate paper. Okay, and you need to elaborate those bullet points. That's it, and your composition will come in front of you. Okay, but you have to pay attention in your tenses. Okay, in your spelling as well. Okay, do not omit the spelling mistake. Okay, like do not omit the spelling. Okay, do not like commit any mistake while writing any word. Okay, fifth is quite lengthy, that is introduction, body paragraphs and the conclusion. Right, introduction, body paragraph and the conclusion. The essay should have an eye-grabbing introduction. Based on the first few lines of the introduction, the reader will decide whether to go further or not. A very important part it is given here. Always start an introduction in a very attractive way, so any reader do not get bored and stop reading further. Write that type of introduction that reader become enthusiastic to read your composition. Okay, always start a very good type of introduction. Okay, the intro should be like a high scales pinch that makes the reader curious and want more. It is better to subdivide the body of the essay into a smaller paragraphs. Okay, means the introduction decided that whether the reader will go on or not in your composition. If he'll go or she'll go further, you'll got marks. If he or she will got bored, your marks will be deducted soon. Okay, so you need to write a very attractive introduction. This is very important line. And next point is also very important, that you have to divide your composition into three subparts. Okay, like you have written the 6 lines in the first paragraph. Now give a space of 1 line, then again start the second paragraph and complete it into 6 and 7 lines, then again give a space of 1 line, then again start the topic. Okay, like this you have to give 3 to 4 spaces. You have to divide the composition into subparts, 3 to 4 subparts, to make it attractive enough, right? Next is each paragraph can have its subheading too. Okay, it should have its subheading too. Well, it is not important in ICSE. Okay, if you want you can write, it is not really important in ICSE. Okay, so I am talking according to ISC and ICSE, so it is not really matters a lot. Okay, so if you do not write titles in the subpoints, don't worry, now the marks will be safe. Okay, next is, at the same, one should ensure that the points are not repeated. This is important. The point should not be repeat again. You have to take care of this point as well. Okay, it should not repeat it. The more economically you are with the number of words, the better is the outcome and readability. Okay, means you have to be economical while writing a number of words. Okay, economical refers to you have to like write exact to the number, do not expend more than that limit, and write everything in a very thorough way to explain every point. Okay, now a convincing conclusion reinforces the main objective of the essay. It should be short and clear. The conclusion should be short, as I told you, it is of 5 to 6 lines, not more than that, and it should have a closing part as well. It should be clear, and through the conclusion, a reader can understand whole like composition. What is conclusion? To squeeze all the work in a one paragraph. Okay, to squeeze all the work in a one page. That is called conclusion. Same you have to do in the essay or composition as well. You have to extract, you have to squeeze whole essay, whole composition in just 6 to 7 lines. This is what we call conclusion. Okay, and this is important, and it will help to enhance your marks, right? Next, 6th point. Okay, proper transitions in the writing up. Okay, there should be a proper transition in the write-up. Okay, means what does it mean? There should be a flow. There should be a flow means, do not, like, suppose you are starting that let's take a simple one. Let's suppose there's writing a composition on gift. Okay, again take the same topic. So gift is not big or small. It just shows the respected value, respect and values for others. After writing this, do not deviate from the same topic. Okay, that writing upon different languages or different topic, it will create mess, and later in your composition, the who is checking your notebook or booklet will got furious and detect your marks definitely. Okay, so you always need to go in a flow. Okay, do not deviate from the flow. Okay, so the transition should be there. Transitions refers to the flow. The flow should be there. Okay, so the essay should have a good flow. As I told you, it should have a good flow, and the paragraphs should be related. It should be related to other. The first paragraph should be related to the other. Okay, and you cannot change abruptly from one point to another. The best way to determine the length is to read the whole essay carefully after writing. You should organize the paragraphs well and put the essential points in the front. Okay, while writing the composition, you need to read it twice after writing half, so you do not get deviated from the point. Okay, you will catch the point immediately. Okay, so this point is very important. Do not deviate from the point what you are writing. Okay, next 7th point is provide citations. Okay, provide citations. Now what does it mean, provide citations? Okay, citations refers to give the knowledge of something, like of any book. of any article of any organization. You have to give any article, like any information about the author, about the book, about the article, about anything. Okay, so you have to provide that citation. Okay, you can support the information with relevant quotes by respectable authors. As I told you, if you're writing about any author, any book, anything, so you have to put the same quote. Okay, suppose you are writing about Rabindranath Tagore, right? So you need to put his like a quote. Okay, suppose you are writing about the William Shakespeare's book of Merchant of Venice and Tempest or Macbeth, anything. Okay, so you can write his quote in that composition. It is important. Okay, so please check if they are allowed. Okay, but you have to check that whether they have allowed you or not. One should not include content from Wikipedia, enormous bloggers under this section. Okay, there are a lot of mistakes. Okay, in this section, in the section of Wikipedia, so do not copy the things from Wikipedia. Okay. Eighth points: don't plagiarize. Don't plagiarize. Okay, don't plagiarize. Okay. Don't plagiarize refers to copy any other from any other source. Okay, do not copy anything from other source. Okay, write in your own words and write according to your knowledge. Okay, do not copy any other word. Okay, any other work. Okay, so while writing, one can get the relevant ideas from various sources. As it is saying that while writing anything, you can get the same topic and their information through different websites. But one should not copy the content as such. You do not need to copy the content. Okay, we have plagiarism detectors that do not allow more than two same words in the writer. It is essential to run the essay on plagiarism checkers and change the content accordingly. Okay, you means there are a lot of people who used to write the same essay, copied down in your notebook from the website, from the internet. This should not be there. What is composition? You are in 11th class, a well-educated senior. According to your opinion, what is composition? To express your thoughts, to express your ponder, what you ponder upon this topic. Okay, to express your thoughts, your feelings is what we call composition in different words. So why you are copying this from others? When you was a kid, teacher used to copy down the composition and you have to learn and you have to same that copy paste in your exam copy. But now you are a senior guy. Now you are a senior person. Now you do not need to write the composition from the internet and net. They are having a lot of issue. Okay, so it should be there that you have to use your own knowledge to express the feelings, right? Ninth point is check the grammar and vocabulary. Again, a very important point, extremely important point. It is that always check the vocabulary part and grammatical mistakes should not be there. Okay, the sentences should be clear and to the point. The mistakes, the error should not be there. Omit the mistakes, please. Omit the grammatical mistakes and the spelling mistakes and vocabularies mistake. Okay, please, I am saying that you have to create an advanced vocabulary in your mind, in your head, to explore the things more thoroughly. Okay, so while framing sentences, keep this in your mind that the reader must understand it in one go. The vocabulary should be advanced, so and the reader can detect this vocabulary. Okay, after finishing, one should read the article and correct grammar and spelling mistake if any. Okay, Once you have to read and then check whether there is any error of grammatical mistake should not be there, any like spelling error should not be there. Omit these things, please. Eliminate these things if it is there. Okay, extremely important point it is. Okay, next, last point says cultivate the reading habit. Obviously you have to grow the reading habit in your mind. You should read one book every day, okay, in the morning. It is very important so that you do not slip while reading the composition. Okay, finally, to write well, one has to read well. Reading books, newspapers, and other people's writing will significantly enhance your writing skill. Okay, suppose you are reading something. Suppose you are reading the poets, okay, works. So you can extract those poets quotes and something good written there. You can extract that and put in your composition. That will enhance your marks. So it is extremely important to write different sources from different works. Okay, you should be grow a reading habit in your head so that you will get the different sources, the different work from others. This is a tip. Okay, this is a tip for you that you please try to read as many English books as you can so that you will find very advanced words and very advanced vocabularies, some very good quotes you can extract from there and you can put in your work if it is needed. It will definitely, it will enhance your marks. So this is extremely important. You need to read carefully and find out how the reader supports his arguments or points. One can also make a note of the seamless flow in the article. This helps in vocabulary building too and let you communicate more clearly. Okay, means if you read their work, the poet's work and the poetess works, you'll find that which type of language they use, which type of things they use, and how they used to write, what are their flow, what are their way of writing, so that you can extract some things from them and you can add over your composition and on your writing portion. Okay, so that you omit any mistake. Okay, you omit the mistake, right? So these were the 10 most important points. Okay, now let me tell you how the 20 marks of composition come. You, as it is shown in a bold letter, you have to attempt any one composition. Okay, it is of 400 to 450 words. Okay, now read this point very clearly. If you omit this, if you eliminate this, you can eliminate the points as well. And through the points you can eliminate your marks as well. So you are reminded that you will be rewarded for orderly and coherent presentation of material, use of appropriate style and general accuracy of spelling, pronunciation and grammar. Okay, here it is saying do not do mistake on grammatical way in a grammatical portion. Do not do mistake in your spelling, and you have to be use the punctuation, not pronunciation, sorry. You have to use the punctuation marks like question marks, comma, inverted commas, these sorts of exclamatory marks. These punctuation marks should be there. It is important. If you forgot that, the marks will cancel. Okay, so yeah, the first is saying the lesson we take from obstacles we encounter can be fundamental to later success. Recount a time when you faced a challenge, setback, or failure. How did it affect you, and what did you learn from the experience? Okay. Next is saying give a vivid description. This is a description type of essay of a popular Bayside restaurant and account for its popularity. You have to give a description on a restaurant on a wayside and tell why it is so popular. So in this type of composition, you have to use your 5 senses. Okay, you have to use your five senses like of eyes when you means just suppose when you see this type of restaurant, how what is your feeling, what is your glances will come. Okay, when you hear the sounds, the vibes of the wind, the breezes are going on, what thoughts will come in your mind. When you see the cripplings and like sounds of the words, what things it will come in your mind. So these things should be there. Okay, third is saying today's generation creates pressure on itself by striving to achieve the highest and the best in every sphere. Are you either for or against a topic? Either for and against a topic means either in disfavor or against disfavor. You have to explain. Okay. Now fourth is saying words break no bones, but they do break hearts. Discuss. Means words break no bones, but they break the heart. As I told you, words are having that much power that they can break your heart. Suppose someone is saying to you negative words, obviously you will get furious and your heart will break into pieces. So why this is okay? Why words are having this power? You have to discuss. See, this is very small, right? While reading, this is looking, it is very small, but this is contain a lot of description. Okay. Next is saying music. Simply a topic is given to you. As I told you, the topic will given to you is music. Okay, as I told you now, gift. Okay, like this, a topic will given to you, a simple or one topic, and you have to elaborate that. Okay, this is this type of topic will come. Okay, next is saying write an original short story. This is a short story. Okay, the sixth one is a short story. As I told you, the picture composition is eliminated from class 11. It will not come in your 11th class. Okay, so instead of picture composition, you are having this fifth type of composition, that is one word type of composition. That one word is given to you and you have to elaborate this into 400 words and 450 words. Okay, writing sixth one is saying write an original short story that begins with the words the flood waters swelled at our feet, rising and ebbing. We despectively looked for an escape route. Okay, there is a flood aroused, and due to that, the water is coming through the waves. The waves refers to the waves of the upcoming waves of the wave refers to the upcoming waves of the water. So the waves are coming and they are very enormous in nature. So you have to call a security team. Okay, so how you will do that? You have to not how will you do that means you have to write a short story upon this topic. Okay, that's this natural calamity has arrived, natural disaster has arrived, and you have to create a story, a very good story, and this is your composition part of 20 marks. Very important, it is of 20 marks. It is of how much marks? 20 marks. Okay. Okay, it is of 20 marks. Question 1, you have to focus on the whole thing, especially focus on this if you have to write this, because this one word create a lot of problems because you cannot understand what we have to write. Okay, but how we need to write. Okay, so this is extremely important. So an example of question are illustrated ahead. Okay, so this example was okay. The example was this. Okay, this was the example. An example of question are illustrated ahead. This was the example of the question. So I hope you have understood how you can write good composition. What is the approach? What should be the approach to write a good composition? Okay, so I should say practice more and more composition writing. Read vocabulary. Do not learn, but read vocabularies. Just you need to do a formal reading. Okay, and just create a lot of ideas. Form a bullet points first, and try to expand those bullet points on 3 to 4 words or more than 5 words. You can expand. Okay, these are some tips. If you love this video, so don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe my channel if you didn't do it yet, and press the bell icon as well. Okay, with this I have come across with the end of this lecture. So that's it. Bye bye. Stay tuned for more videos. And if you face any problem, do tell me in the comment section. Okay, and that's it. Have a good day. Bye bye. Goodbye, guys, and have a good day. Okay, so please try to focus in the composition and try to do practice as many as you can practice, as much as you can. Bye, guys. Take care.